Radio. You're listening to Home Sweet Home on Jaffrey Radio. You're listening to Home Sweet Home on Jaffrey Radio. This is Jaffrey Radio, and you're listening to Home Sweet Home. You're listening to Home Sweet Home on Jaffrey Radio. You're listening to Home Sweet Home on Jaffrey Radio.
Jaffrey Radio.
You're listening to Home Sweet Home on Jaffrey Radio.
Your online radio. The new online radio that makes you happy.
You've been kept down for much too long. Stand up, please, and say I am free. Don't forget you are welcome home, welcome home.
Jaffrey Radio.
Come with me on this happy trip back to the promised land. All will be happy and gay. Come with me on this happy trip back to the promised land.
You're listening to Home Sweet Home on Jaffrey Radio. You're listening to Home Sweet Home on Jaffrey Radio. This is Jaffrey Radio, and you're listening to Home Sweet Home. You're listening to Home Sweet Home on Jaffrey Radio. You're listening to Home Sweet Home on Jaffrey Radio. This is Jaffrey Radio, and you're listening to Home Sweet Home. You're listening to Home Sweet Home on Jaffrey.
Hello, our wonderful viewers and listeners. Thank you so much once again for joining us in Jaffrey Radio Studios for Home Sweet Home program. And we just want to say thank you for your help all the time, your contributions, your support. Thank you so much. Right. Before we go on, let me apologize for the delay of this program. We are sorry. It was due to the technical issues. And now we thank God everything is solved. Thank you so very much for having patience, for waiting for us. I know that the topic that we are going to discuss today, you will enjoy to the fullest. Thank you so much. What I want you to do right now is just send the link to your friends and loved ones. Let them know that we are on. And today we are going to discuss a very sensitive issues. So call a friend and let a friend call a friend. Just gather your family members to listen to the discussion that we are going to discuss today. And I tell you, it will help you. If you have contribution, please don't hesitate to send us your comments, right? We will appreciate to receive.
This is Jaffrey Radio.
Comments. Before I move on, we have a great news for you. It's almost 2 years now that Jaffrey Radio was established. Yes. And ever since we have not launched it. Yes, and now we're going to launch Jaffrey Radio. And I just want to see you there. Okay? So it's on March 20th, 2002. March 20th. The location is at Tokyo. Nihonbashi, right? Nihonbashi. At room 2, Takashimaya Annes. Okay? Information is on the screen. So if you are watching us, we are going to do it in this place. And I want to see you there.
This is Jafric Radio.
Wherever you are, except maybe you are outside Japan. As for that one, we cannot guarantee that. But if you are in Japan, please come join us. And when you are coming, please don't come with empty-handed, because you're going to do a fundraising. So prepare to support Jafric Radio. Yeah, so that this radio can move on and we will be able to bring to you a very important topics that we always discuss. Thank you so very much. Now, I want to take this opportunity to thank my mother-in-law. Do you see the dress that I'm wearing today? Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it beautiful? Yeah. My mother-in-law, Auntie Georgina Fuku, she made it for me. Ma, thank you so very much. Let me take this opportunity to introduce to you my honorable panelists. My honorable panelist. Yes. So, on my right, let me have Anna to introduce to you Mrs. Naomi Asare Soto. She is deaconess in the Church of Pentecost and also the National Women's Ministry leader. Mama, you're welcome. Thank you.
This is Jafric Radio.
Thank you so much, Mama. Thank you for coming. And next is a pharmacist by profession. Let me say that. He's really and very intelligent. My goodness. Today, let me have the honor to introduce to you Mr. Yahaya. The man is in this house. And right in the studio. Mr. Yahaya, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
for having me.
Thank you.
This
Yes,
is
so much
Jafric Radio.
Okay. So viewers, as I told you earlier on, the topic that we are going to discuss today is very, very sensitive and also it's needed. So we need to talk about it. The topic is having difficulty of reaching orgasm, stroke ejaculation in marriage. We are not talking about those that have not married yet. Yes. But our main concern is in marriage. And we are lucky today, or let me say we are blessed to have a whole pharmacist in our midst. So medically, he is going to, help us so much to make you understand your situation right now and what to do. Yes. So quickly, let me ask this question. Mr. Yaya, is it normal for someone not to ejaculate or reaching an orgasm? Is it normal?
Thank you very much,
You're welcome, sir.
Dickness, and thank you for having me. And good afternoon, good morning, good evening to Tokyo.
Okay.
Good morning to Africa.
That's right.
Everywhere you are in Africa. Good morning, and the southern part to maybe good evening, good afternoon. Sorry. In fact, it is not normal to have or to be having difficulty in having orgasm. Is not normal. You are supposed to have orgasm. So once you are not having it, or once you are having it in a shortfall, it is not normal. So it is not normal.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Mama Naomi, what do you think?
Yes,
It
I
is
agree,
not.
I agree with
It's
you.
a not thing.
No, it's not normal. It's not normal.
Okay. Then if it is not normal, what went wrong?
Thank you, Dickness, once again. Orgasm is very simple.
Okay.
Yes, it is very simple, Dickness. You see, orgasm, what is orgasm at all? That is the climatic physiological state of heightening sexual excitement.
I told you, viewers. Have you seen the scientific words?
Heightening sexual excitement when you get to the climax. That's what we call the orgasm. So if you are not able to get to that height, then it means you are not complete when it comes to that circle.
Okay.
So that is what it is. So we should know, or having difficulty in getting to the sexual gratification. That is excitement. It is followed by relaxation, sexual tension, and then the body muscles to become relaxed.
To
So it's
relax.
very, very enjoyable.
So if you did not get to that point, it means that the muscles cannot relax.
Yes.
It will still remain so hard and aggressive.
Medically they say it is excited. When you say the muscles are excited, it doesn't mean you are happy.
Oh, okay.
It means it is tensed.
Tensed. You have
It's
living
tensed.
it in a position
Yes, so
where you
it
cannot.
is then tensed.
Okay.
But when you finally have your orgasm, or when you ejaculate, and then the body start to relax. So that is why mostly the married people will attest to that, and the women normally hate that. When they finish, you see the men falling asleep.
Very much asleep.
Yes, so
Okay.
it is normal. So bear with them, or bear with us when it gets to that
I
level.
will not agree. With
Why? Okay.
So-
Mama says she don't agree.
And she doesn't agree. It is Mama. She has to. It's not anything that you get it in food. Sometimes you need to cooperate with certain things. It is a normal phenomenon that one doesn't have control over. You don't actually have control over it. So some try as much as possible. Not all women. That's why I said earlier on. They are not happy because you want to talk after it. You want to make a whole fun of the action, what you went through and what have you. You want to express yourself, and here's the case: the partner is on hinterland.
Okay.
And that becomes, but that's also one of the reasons why they rush. You can see that it is the men who always make the advances because of the excitement of their body. And as I explained earlier, not that they are excited, but the muscles, the muscles are tense when they are in a mood that they want.
Living in a halfway,
Yes, so
unfinished business.
yes, so they need to finish it. So
I see.
if you are able to control yourself at that level and get to that part, then it is very exciting. And the married couple, and indeed, without it in marriage, the marriage is also is not halfway. It's incomplete.
That's right.
Yeah, it's
incomplete because it has to make it complete.
Yes.
Okay.
So that is that.
Thank you so much. Mama Naomi said she did not agree at a certain point. So, Mommy, can you explain and why you don't agree?
Let me answer your question. You
Okay.
said, yes, ejaculation. If somebody doesn't do that, is it normal? Is it normal? No, it is not normal. And
Okay.
you went on to ask that If it is not normal, then why? There are so many things that will contribute to that.
Okay.
It can be physical, it can be emotional, it can be psychological.
Okay.
Yes, and yes, so many things contribute. Stress, frustration, anxiety, and all those things will contribute to why a man will not get to that level. And the place that I was saying I don't agree with Mr. Yahaya is that why should you always just after everything just within seconds you are already gone? Yes, I don't agree. So what I would like to say is I think because sometimes your wife might not also gotten
Yeah.
her orgasm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and most of the time I don't know how the men feel. Really, if I die and I have the opportunity to
come back again.
again, I really want to be a man.
Really?
The
Because of
reason-
that.
Only just not any other thing. Only because of that to see how it feels when it gets to that.
Okay.
Only that. Yeah, because why I was saying I don't agree is maybe sometimes the wife hasn't gotten to that stage yet, but you have already gotten to your orgasm and you just doze off and sleep. It brings some kind of friction.
Others
So-
even think that their husbands are selfish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe it's all boils down to how men and women
Or makeup.
respond to our makeup. It all boils down to that. Maybe men easily calm than women. So maybe in the case that it happens that way, then at least yes, apart from the excitement, you should also be a little patient and let maybe the woman rather go ahead of you. Yeah, because you have to be more patient and make sure that maybe since ours takes time to get there, then try as much as possible to bring things that will make ours also calm, so that maybe if at the same time or before yours, then because most women we don't fall asleep as if
Yeah, no matter how much you
yes,
come
as,
up.
yeah, as you fall
You
asleep.
still-
So maybe if you can be a little patient and let us also get
I
there before
see.
you doze off, it will help us. That was what I was saying. I don't agree with it.
I
Don't be
see.
falling asleep.
Okay. Try not to fall asleep,
It might be
even when the
natural, but
sleeping is
discipline
coming.
yourself.
Yeah. Thank you, Dickness. You've been very straightforward and fair, and very open to the topic and yourself. So I do agree with you generally that you don't feel comfortable. Indeed, if you are traveling with someone, you should get to the station the same time,
Yeah.
and that is the expectation. But for one to get there before you is quite unfortunate, and it is not always the best. But generally, the differences between the human male and female orgasm are the climax in it. The female can be physiologically interrupted more easily than can the male response. Yeah. So that one, it is like that.
All right. So
you don't
okay.
expect both of us
To
because
come
our
at the same
physiological
time.
makeup is a bit different.
Different.
And our responses to the action itself is also a bit different. So orgasm is usually accompanied by ejaculation or semen,
All right.
that we call. So when the man throws out the semen, that is where he climaxes it. So but female experience momentarily longer period. When she attains orgasm, it takes quite a longer time before her body comes down. But the men is only short, very short. So indeed, they enjoy better than the men because the men.
Oh, it really?
Oh yes, because if you are in a mood, if you are eating fufu, the most interesting part is the the swallowing part.
Okay.
That's where you feel you enjoy it, right?
Yeah. That's
So
true.
if you are taking 2 minutes to swallow and somebody takes 5 minutes for it to get to the stomach, completely, it is
I see. All right.
so momentarily,
Mm.
it also comes with muscular contraction, and then during the orgasm too, the female also has that muscular contraction. Both of them has those muscular contraction, and that is where my lecturer used to say people or the ladies begin to count the nails in the ceiling.
That's right.
So that is that. The muscular contraction, that is where the muscles are beginning to relax.
Okay.
They get tensed, they begin to relax, and then the enjoyment flows, and the body feel comfortable. So it is also medicinal when you're having that.
All right. So let me ask this: is there any medical condition that contributes to lack of having orgasm, stroke ejaculation in marriage?
Yes, there are about 3 major reasons.
Okay.
Some could be physical, the physiological, psychological, as Mama said earlier
Yeah.
on, and then social in origin. That is social aspect of life
Okay.
in origin.
Yeah.
So physiological, psychological, and then the social aspect. So you see, any given problem may involve all 3 categories.
Okay.
Physiological problem, for instance, will produce psychological effects,
Okay.
and this may result in some social maladjustment.
Okay. Can you, explain much on the sociological effects of, physiological?
If you take physiological
Yeah.
problem,
Yeah.
physiological problem, constitute by far the largest category. Physiological problem.
Okay.
Psychological
yeah.
problem, they contribute. You were asking for physiology or psychological?
Let's talk about psychological first.
Yeah, psychological contributes very much. That is a large category.
Okay.
They are not only the product of society.
Okay.
So it induces inhibition, maladaptive attitude, ignorance,
Okay.
but also sexual myth. And that is where the biggest problem is, the sexual
The
myth.
sexual, especially in the land of Africa.
Yes.
Yes.
If you take our society, for instance, the sexual myth is very difficult. And to be able to break that, you need to go back to the basic. We need to have our basic education well equipped. And because you see people, sorry, let me take water, please.
Please go ahead. Because the words are very, 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 very expensive and it's detailed. So please, yeah.
Yes, thank you for that. You see, ignorance and the sexual myth that surrounds the society, that has a lot to do with the problem.
Okay.
And going back to the society that we come from, there are lots of sexual myth that goes. We see people talking about sexual activities amid reasons that are not true. They don't correlate with the human setting and the physiological aspect, but they beat their chest boldly,
Yeah.
and then they talk as if they have it, and then they narrate the problems. But at the end of the day, when you ask, there's no mechanism or
Yeah.
basis with that.
Okay.
So that is the major part that is affecting our society. So, for instance, if you talk about premarital ejaculation,
Okay.
or sexual pre-ejaculation,
Yeah.
premature ejaculation.
Yeah.
Sorry. Premature ejaculation is one of the myths that is within the society that a lot of our youth are having their problem surrounding it.
Okay.
And people talk about them without basics. And that is why I say to be able to correct issues of this nature, we need to have our basic education very well and to be able to adjust to this. Other than that, it has a long way to affect our marriage. And when the marriage is affected, the family that come out of it too is affected, and it goes a long way to affect the entire society. So premarital ejaculation is not anything. Generally, it is when it is always found. Research has proven that it is always found within the young male, the younger or the youth, and people who are deprived with sex. So they have some imaginations and then determinations with when they get married or when they get women. So in so doing, because they are so rational and what have you, as Dickness said earlier, with psychologically, they become excited already. So as soon as they get closer to the woman, they begin to ejaculate. And every male, mostly, majority of them, when they ejaculate, you have to calm down. And it cannot rise again at that time. So
it might take a certain period of time.
And that is where the problem comes. So we need a lot of education when it comes to this. The youth who are getting to their marriage circle, or who are thinking about marriage, I have always said, one, they should seek professional attention. We have a lot of doctors in our system now. You only need to get to them. Psychological doctors who are there, they will prepare you, they will tell you, and then you are able to be given the education. Then the government aspect will probably the medical authorities, that is the medical councils, and then the pharmaceutical authorities to the councils they can also set in, because it is a canker that is eating up our society. They go in for all sort of concussions and
exactly.
all sort of medications.
Even when
Meanwhile, you cannot, if you don't solve the non-pharmacological aspects, you cannot solve that one. So
in Ghana, it's everywhere that you pass, you hear people talking about this thing, premature ejaculation. We have the medicine for it come, and a lot of people are patronizing this. So mature ejaculation, is it the one that they call wet dreams? It's different. The wet dreams are different, right?
Yes.
As for that one, you don't need to have any encounter with the opposite sex, but
that one happened to all young men who are attaining the age. Even it starts from infancy.
Okay.
So that one is there. It starts from infancy. The wet dream and what have you. That one starts from infancy with children.
Like at the age of?
Yes. Oh, at very, very tender age. Though they don't, at that tender age, they don't release this thing. How do you call it? They don't release semen.
Okay.
But they release urine and what have you. That one is there. So that one is normal. That's one natural phenomenon.
Okay.
And then also it has to do with people who, when they are the younger ones, when they attain the age from around from the age of 10, some start masturbating and what have you. So those who involve in that too, they do that, they get that.
Okay.
Yes, they also get that. And then the younger, those who have attained the age of poverty, they too, it is a must, because it is always what you think, what you see is what you see, you dream about. So they also get to that circle, and then they also get it. So
this is Jafric Radio.
Different completely from ejaculation. Ejaculation, premature ejaculation, is when you are not able to control your orgasm.
Okay.
You are not able to control your orgasm. That is where you ejaculate.
So is there a point that one can control?
Yes, you need
like to hold it from coming?
Yes. One, you need to relax yourself,
Okay.
the act that you are going to do. That is why we talk about knowing exactly what you are in before you go into it. If you are able to control yourself, it becomes very easy to prolong ejaculation.
Okay.
And therefore, it's something that affects the central nervous system has effect on it. The central nervous system sense it because the way you give yourself to the act that you are going to, you are eager to. That is where the issue comes. So a lot of things happen. Some even when they will determine to go to a certain level, but when they see the woman, when they get to the woman, immediately they don't even get even to the engine. Then they will just, as soon as they touch her, then they begin to discharge. When they ejaculate from there, then that's it, finish. The fire just
Go down.
and that become problem.
It dropped from 12 o'clock to to 6.
It's a common problem, especially young men. Sometimes this is not the consequences of any psychological problem, but the natural result of excessive tension.
Excessive tension.
Excessive tension. That is also one of the biggest issues when it comes to young men. So you need to get yourself composed, know what you are going to do, and then relax and do it and enjoy it. If you are not able to control it, definitely you will just lose the battle.
Oh.
Just lose the battle.
All right. So if I am clear, having impatience also can cause that.
Yes.
So Mama Naomi, if what advice are you giving to the men, because we are women, we need to also tell them what we want?
Well, for me, what I would like to tell them is it's all about patience. Okay?
Yeah.
We need to start from somewhere. We need to start from the Genesis and move through until we get to the Revelation.
That's
together.
right.
But if, as you say, maybe so many things count, but maybe the only thing is we have to discipline ourselves. Okay, we have to discipline ourselves and be patient. Let us play with each other. If maybe you have a problem of coming so quick, then this is the time that you have to let the romantic fire burn to a little an appropriate height before you start the main show. So if we are able to be patient enough and prepare the way, I think it will go a long way to help both parties, other than maybe leaving one person angry and bitter, and instead of growth, then resentment takes place and those things. This kind of pre-ejaculation or not even ejaculation at all, it has a lot of implication on the marriage relationship, and all this takes discipline and patience to be able to work on each party so that you'll be able to get the joy of it. So the show, that is the joy of it. That is something that you cannot do with any other. You cannot do it with your mother. You cannot, only in the marriage relationship. That is something specially prepared for us to enjoy, and we have to take our time and prepare it to our taste so that we can eat it and enjoy very well.
Thank you so much, Mama.
Let me add this before you move on to it. There is, I remember this William Howell, one American. He defined premature ejaculation as this. Just listen, very simple and brief. Premature ejaculation: if a male cannot delay ejaculation long enough to induce orgasm in a sexually normal female at least half the time. So you get a wife,
right?
Then you have tension on you that tonight is my night.
I need to perform.
You've already killed yourself.
Okay.
And you've already disgraced yourself.
Exactly.
she's somebody you are going to live with, and that is how she's prepared for you. She needs to quench your tastes and then make sure
This is Jafric Radio.
your body is always relaxed. That's one of the reasons for the sex.
So men should
So
not
once
rush.
she's there, when she's there, you don't need to rush. You must. No, you are going to live with her till you die, or
Yeah.
death do you apart.
Yeah.
Why should you determine that tonight I want to finish everything altogether, or this particular I want to finish everything and get to the bottom? You can never get to the bottom. You can never get to the bottom.
Yeah.
So you need to take it as a normal in life, and then you need to always clamor your happiness, your joy, any good news, anything that you succeed in life, within the marriage, when you go out, when you go to work and come, every news that you come, that you share with your wife, that you share with your husband. At the end of the day, what clamors the day will be that. So if you prepare yourself, you know this, you wouldn't rush.
Okay.
And then you are able to delay. And when you are able to delay yourself, control yourself, to at least half of your act, the woman will feel happy and yourself will feel happy, and then tomorrow will be there for you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Wow.
In fact, I agree
Tomorrow
with
we're here for you.
I
You don't
really-
disgrace yourself. All right.
What he's saying is very true. The reason why I'm saying that is, because it has happened to me many times. The days that I will say, today I'm going to finish you. That day, nothing. That is the day that I will even sleep more. Yeah, so I think what he's saying is really
Yeah,
true. The
we
thing
need
is
to
there
relax.
forever until death parts you two.
Yeah.
So just relax and know that it's always for me. Yes, so anytime that I need it, I can go for it. But making up your mind that for today be today,
Today be
that's one you've lost. Immediately you have
see.
that one, you have lost the battle. Yeah. So I think he's right.
Yeah. Okay, let me ask Mr. Yaya, this lack of orgasm, is the aging contribute to that?
Yes, it does. It does in a small way.
In a small way.
In a small way. That is why I said there are 3 factors that has to do with that. And I said physiological, psychological, and then social aspects.
Okay.
So the physiological aspect,
Yeah.
that's the aging, that normally we call it senile.
Senile.
So we normally call it senile. That is where somebody is of age and he is not able to control his or her brain
Okay.
at that time. So in fact, it will affect the changes, and also over there too, it has a lot with the women,
Okay.
the female, because
Okay.
at that time the vaginal contraction becomes a bit impossible. So when a man is there, he find it difficult even getting total and smooth penetration. So
Okay.
it becomes difficult for her to get, and for the woman, you need to take her through a longer journey, smooth journey, before she can get that. And the man too, but if the man has returned so much, even as soon as he hit the lip orifice, definitely he will discharge and go. But the woman will not. At that time, once the woman, at that time, you become nuisance to him. Because at that time, after doing that, you can't get energy to do that. You can't have it to do it. So she too, she couldn't enjoy what you did. So definitely the next time when you are approaching, when it happened once, twice, when you are approaching, but
man begin
it
to
isn't your
withdraw.
fault. It's not the man's fault, because there's difficulty in also getting to that level. So that is also aging too has some effect. And then also what we call the physiological issues or disease stage in some ailments also has it when we talk about diabetes,
Okay.
when talk about BP, that is hypertension and what have you. All those
All of
when
them
you have
are contributing
cardiovascular,
factor. Oh, okay.
they are contributing factors. When you have cardiovascular issues, so they are contributing factors to, and they disturb the sexual activity and then the strength of the man too, because the medications that we take have a little effect when it comes to erections, and so probably there's somebody at that time, if the person is eager and also having so much tension in him, it becomes difficult to sustain erection.
Okay.
So, and when we say it this way, once somebody also gets diagnosed with
This is Jafric Radio.
the person begin to say, I'm going to have effect on this. Meanwhile, maybe it doesn't have, it is just parallel with it. It doesn't have that. So from there, psychologically, you begin to have, and then also we also have some physical aspect whereby there's a damage completely.
Can I come in a little? Someone is complaining that the microphone is far away, so they cannot hear you well. Okay.
Okay.
If you could
I'm
close.
sorry.
Okay.
Yes, I'm sorry. Yeah. So when when you are diagnosed with an ailment, this chronic diseases.
Okay.
Once you've heard somewhere already that it's have ripple effect on your sexual activity or behavior, then you start think that as I'm going to my wife or as I'm going to the marriage, I'm going to have problem. No, it is not like that. Don't put it at the back of your mind. Just relax. Don't let tension be fall on you.
Yeah.
Listen, and don't start looking for medicine. Anything you want to take to do it, please consult your doctor first.
Yeah.
That's very important. If you have any problem, consult your doctor. This is what I'm having. Don't just be listening to the airwaves and then the society. If once you do that, you have start losing or killing yourself. And meanwhile, probably you don't even have it. For you, you are not going to have that. And some, because of that, they even refuse to take their medications. And that one too also has another issue altogether. So please, let's know what we are and then have trust in once we advance in age. It is a natural thing, you can't reverse it.
Okay.
Probably as I'm sitting here, I will have wished I'm 10 or 5. But there's nothing that you could do about that. It is natural. So you don't challenge yourself, you don't put problem to yourself, allow yourself, think positive, and then what you don't want will not come to you, period.
Okay. All right. Let me ask this. Do you have an idea of at what age would one start to maybe experiencing the delay of orgasm for women, let me say, or lack of it?
Women, it is quite, you see, it is individualistic.
Individual. Okay.
You understand? You may have somebody who is far advanced in herself, in her age or his age, but because he's able to psychologically, he's also able to control himself or herself. He's able to behave, act in this life for longer time.
Okay.
Others too, they are very young, they load their brain with unsustainable issues, challenging issues, things that they cannot solve by themselves. They need experts advice, or they listen to the society so much, it brings them down. So in all, that is what I'm saying. I think a lot of people have issue, but the basic thing is we should have basic knowledge for who we are.
Okay.
And what we do at what time. But to just have a cutoff age, we don't have it. For men, they are able to do until their last breath.
Okay.
So they can go that. But when you get to certain ages, like you
This is
begin to
Jafric Radio.
have other physiological challenges, like when some ailments begin to set in, definitely it begins to affect your energy will not be as you used to be. And let me put this one. Men normally, when they ejaculate, the erection goes down for some time, then they start again. But others are so, you don't even know whether it's the same God who created us.
I see.
When they discharge,
They still maintain,
their erection.
yeah.
You understand? When they ejaculate, they still maintain their erection, and they are able to do what they are supposed without taking anything. So that is one is natural. So
That one too is natural.
yeah, it's natural.
Oh,
We
okay.
have people like that, and it also the way they able to control their self, especially their brain. The way they are able to control their brain will give them that power. Gives them that power, and so it is quite challenging. The brain and then the psychological aspect has a lot. Let me tell you. You remember in 2009, there was this news between Kumasi Accra Road when they said the armed robbers attack an OA bus where there was a father who was sending her daughter to secondary school, accompanying her daughter to a secondary school. Then they were forced to, on gunpoint, to have sex with the daughter. Some experts will tell you and doctors will tell you it's not possible. And the people will say, didn't they hold the gun on them? They, of course, they could hold the gun on them, but the man cannot do that. It's not because it's his daughter. Because the gun is on him, he could do it because he doesn't have it. He could do it and go his way, and have his life and go his way. Because it's not by his will at that time. But he could not do it. Why? There's pressure on him, a gun on him, he cannot have erection. So if you don't have erection, how can you?
How can you enter? That's
you understand?
true.
That is the argument the experts put across. And when we read about it, you realize it is completely true. You can't. So man in general don't need pressure.
Okay.
And woman too, when she doesn't have enough preparation and she has pressure on her,
Exactly.
she can also, it becomes difficult to even penetrate. She becomes dry because the whole place is dry. How can you go? You can't go. You need to fall, slip and fall, then you go there.
I
So,
see.
yes, so there is a lot of psychology play a lot of role when
Yeah.
it comes to these sexual activities and then what it does to our system.
Psychology.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay. Oh, Mommy, do you want to come in? Or?
I
Okay,
agree
just come in
with
before.
him. Yeah, because we women, as he said, we need a lot of preparation. We need a lot of preparation because you see that the makeup of men as compared to women different.
Totally
They are
different.
men are aroused by maybe the physical, the body of the woman, the smell, and all those things. Those are some of the things that turns men on. But when it comes to we women, it is different.
Different, totally.
Maybe even something that you just say can either put us on or put us off. Or even part of our body that you touch can also put us on or put us off. So you see that these things are different. So if you, the husband, you don't know that about your wife, and the wife, you don't know that about your husband, it goes a long way to make the sexual celebration dead, something which is there. We don't enjoy each other. Yeah, so I think we as married couples, we need to know the makeup of each other, what they are like, what turns them on, what turns them off, and those kind of things. We need to have knowledge about all those things so that we'll be able to have the full enjoyment that we need to have when it comes to sexual relationship.
So in that case, once you're saying it, like foreplay also take a major part in the side of women because of how women prolong before
Exactly.
they reach. Yeah.
Exactly.
So I think this is the advice for the men. You just don't jump into it. You need to prepare your woman.
You need to prepare
Yes. Prepare us so that you can enjoy. If not, it will be a different story. Okay.
Thank you. Yes, I agree with her perfectly. You see, women's physiological set makeup is such that they need to be touched before they become aware of their environment. But men, when we walk, what we see,
So a very Coca-Cola, beautiful Coca-Cola
exactly, depending on how you are minded. Somebody just your hair, somebody is your shape.
Okay.
It is individualistic. But what we see, what the men see, is what they dance to and what
okay.
entices them. So that is why you normally see them having making the advances first. And that's also that when you see that we normally blame women. What do we blame women for? This women are blamed. I was one American scientist, physiologist was saying, yes, women are blamed because they have capability of controlling themselves than the men. So if a woman says no to any action, there's no way that a man can do anything. The man can
Unless
rush
maybe
on
it's
his-
a rape thing.
Yes, a rape thing too is not anything palatable. Woman, you need to prepare her. The way you speak to herself.
Yeah, your words.
The words
Like
that
we are going to
she-
have Jaffe Radio lunch. Even if you are there with your wife, how she make presentation, how she, the man can just walk in and give, just look at her in the way he speaks to her, begins to know that today could be today. And from there you've prepared her.
Yeah.
You understand? Just at the lunch grounds. Okay? But if you become like a dictator, where when you come you are superpower, you just launch rockets, you can't get it.
Yeah.
And you kill her.
Yeah.
Gradually you move her out, you distance her from you. Gradually distance from her, and she will never like the act as she advances. But let me also add this one for the men. There is also problem with when people who have erectile dysfunctioning. Erectile dysfunction is almost always psychological, mostly. Indeed, there are other males, however, chronically they have it. That one you can do away. But majority that has been proved, mostly people around 40 going, they begin to have this erectile impotence, which is not natural and which is even not there, but psychologically
Okay.
they have it. And once they have that, it is correctable. It is when they meet, they talk to how do you call it? A specialist, doctors. We have physicians there. You need to consult them, and they are able to control you. They are able to tell you what to do. And psychologists, medical psychologists, have them
Need
there.
to psych you much.
Yes,
Yeah.
they play a lot. And those of us who are in Japan here, I don't know. When you go to every hospital, they have them there. All the major hospitals, they have them there. And they are there, they will prepare you, they will advise you. So those from 40 going, they should always be patient and also seek professional advice.
Professional advice.
Yes, it
Yeah.
will help.
For instance, women also have that same problem. Or
Yes,
it's,
women-
for the 40s, is associated with
Yes.
men only.
When women are approaching menopause, because they are around that age,
The sexual age diminishes,
they
right?
start to reduce.
Yeah, okay.
They start to reduce.
Okay.
Because they begin to hit. They begin to hit the cloudy area. They wouldn't like it. They don't like fancy things and what have you, because certain hormone is going to reduce. Has started reducing within their system.
Okay.
So they don't have urge for it. unless those who has prepared themselves towards that. So it is individualistic. So if you are also there with your wife and you get to that age, you need to actually change your way of approaching her, understanding her, pampering her, so that you can have the enjoyment. At the end of the day, the men always have the edge more than the women. So
Yeah,
we should try our best.
That's true. Men always have the edge than
Yeah.
women. Yeah.
Because women, they are focused, they think more, especially when they have kids. They are, when they look at the life where it has gotten them to when they are kids and what have you, they begin to give more attention and more of their thought, their brain to this especially. But the men, it's a bit different. So at that time, she doesn't enjoy to those things. So, but we need to also have a way of switching them.
Yeah.
Switch them.
I think that's how we are make up.
Yeah.
If you read the Bible, especially the Song of Songs describing a man and
Okay.
a woman, we
Okay.
are like a deep well.
Yes.
King Solomon, right?
Yes. So before you be able to get to the bottom of the well and draw something, you have to suffer a bit. Yes. So that is how we are make up. That is why it needs enough patience.
Okay.
Yes, to be able to get to that. As when it comes to we women, it is very difficult to get to orgasm. As he said, men have more edge than women. Yes, and before we'll be able to enjoy each other, it takes patience, time, preparation. So many things have to go in. If you know that, okay, today I want to go on road, then it means you have to start the preparation very early. As far as your wife is concerned, like using words.
The major is words. Yeah.
Words, the words that comes out from your mouth, words, encouraging words, touch. Little things that you think this is not anything, it is much thing to women. Little that when you feel, oh, this is not anything, but it goes along with what you say, your actions. Maybe you are coming back from work, and even if you didn't buy anything, maybe just you take some flour from this thing, you're on your way back home, just you give it to her at the door. That alone has spoken volumes. You didn't even say anything, but it has clicked something in the brain. So little things that maybe you don't see necessary, if you start doing some of those things, it will go a long way to help the sexual relationship, and it will rekindle that kind of romantic fire that is trying to go down.
Yeah. So just as Mr. Yaya said, once the responsibility of a woman becomes more, like taking care of the children and other stuff, it just reduces this the sexual edge, because it's all about the brain, right? Yeah, so we need to work on that also. And isn't it necessary for us to, rethink how we started, instead of like focusing on the other responsibilities? We can also revisit at the time you start your relationship with your spouse, how the enjoyment was. Then I think it can also remind you of certain things to bring you on.
I agree with you on that, but let's look at it the other way.
Okay.
Maybe before the coming of the kids, your wife was so romantic, sexually active, but you realize that since the children started coming in, her sexual drive has gone down. So in that case, what can I do to help my wife come up and get that drive as he used to have when we started? maybe why don't help release some of the load on her
Okay.
by giving a helping hand. And even that action of yours alone has spoken volume to the woman that my husband loved me so much. That action, though you didn't say anything, but you offering to give help to reduce her workload has said so many things. That little thing that you did
Yeah.
has sent so many signals into her mind. And anytime you also want to make advances towards her, I don't think she's going to stop you from doing that. Yes, because that little thing, as we women, we don't have anything little. The little you give us, we try to brood upon it and make it to grow to become something bigger. So the little thing that you are trying to do, maybe she's so much burdened with the work, you don't even do anything, but just as she's doing it, you are standing by her, maybe conversing with her or making the atmosphere so lively. It has sent so much signal to her mind. But in a situation that, yes, the workload, you have realized that her work, all her attention is on this, and instead of you to find a way of helping her come up, you are rather angry, you are bitter, and anger and bitterness all coming together, then you are resentful, and instead of growing together, then it has ended up bringing a whole lot of things all together.
Yes, thank you. Let me add to what she's saying.
Okay.
You see, even the earlier on you think this thing. You see, there is something we call virginimus in women. Okay?
Okay.
This is a powerful spasm of the pelvic musculature,
Okay.
the pelvic region.
Right.
Okay? So this one, the vagina, it is so powerful, the musculature contracting the vagina so that penetration is painful or impossible in the women. So this one, it push away their drive when they begin to experience that.
Okay.
It push away the drive they used to have. So what
Is that
seems holy?
a disease or what?
It is a condition.
A condition.
That normally, I wouldn't say, it is a condition that normally affects the women.
Women.
You see, so mostly when it gets so that when they're having that, probably they don't even know it. So they be having challenges with why is it that these days my husband finds it difficult to penetrate. The others will just say maybe the foreplay is not enough. Now the men too
Others
complain.
even using
It used to be very short and simple, but nowadays it looks like it's becoming very long and what have you. Why? And a whole lot of things. And she too may be thinking about it. So it makes it difficult for penetration to go on smoothly. So this is always, it seems wholly due to antisexual conditioning or psychological trauma and severe as an unconscious defense against coitus. So it becomes very severe. So you see, this one, it is treated by psychological ways. Need to get to a professional. The doctors are there. You talk to them. This is my situation. When my husband comes to me now, I feel pains. I don't have the edge. The edge is completely off. They will ask you series of questions. They will diagnose you. They will advise you on things that to do, and they will be able to solve it. That is why earlier on I said
This is Jafric Radio.
Psychological aspect when it comes to this. It makes coitus very difficult. Gradually, so when doctors talk to them, gradually they will begin to have dilation in the vagina and then increase in the large, become large and then cylindrical. So when it comes to that, then we begin to say hallelujah.
I see.
Yeah, so there are a lot of things, but I keep on saying, let's not listen to the airwaves. Let's not let people who talk without mechanisms, who advertise their medicines without mechanisms backing the medicine that they are selling, or who are not able to answer specific questions. Talk to your professionals. Talk to your doctors. Those of us in Japan here, they can attest to how the Japanese respect people with knowledge.
Yeah.
Professionals. They take professional. Even if they were not taking professional advice, this country would have collapsed by now because of numerous natural disasters.
Yeah.
But because they listen to the professionals' advice, ranging from health down to farmers, so they are able to achieve everything that they want to. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Yahaya. We have a lot of messages coming, so I think we will switch to the messages and also read them and see if some of the questions we can also answer them for our viewers and listeners. Oh, wow. Let me. Ooh. All right. Now we have a lot of people watching us. Mama Mary Battels. Mama is watching us. Thank you so very much, Mr. Apia Cornelius. Yeah, Mr. Apia, thank you so very much. I think every program on Jafric Radio, you see Mr. Apia watching us, and Elder Kwesi Ajimai is also watching us, presiding. Thank you so very much. And we have Frederick Kweku Owusu. Mr. Frederick, thank you so very much. Okay, and also I have Said Yaku. The name is it's difficult to pronounce. Yeah, he is also watching us from Ghana. Himan, hey Himan, is that where you stay? It's my husband's hometown. Yeah, at Kwabere East District.
Yes, John.
Yes, John. Oh, thank you so much, Said. And we have Kosia Bekipa Inkitwade. Thank you so very much for watching. And we have a question from Elder Ajima. He said, wow, you are discussing a topic most people wouldn't have the boldness to talk about. This is what makes Jafric Radio extraordinary in terms of its comparison with others. Yes, age does have some repercussions on orgasm, things you are talking about. I think the older you become, the weaker you become sexually, and the faster you release. But the use of some recommended medicine does justice to it, irrespective of the age. Mr. Yaya, is that
Yes.
the
That
so
is.
use of medicine is also helping?
Yeah, it does.
In regards
but
to-
I have always said and advised that first get to the professional for a professional to see your case, analyze
And
it,
maybe prescribe a
diagnose it,
medicine.
and understand that and get conviction that yes, you need it before you are giving that support.
Okay.
If not, probably it is just psychological that the professional, the doctor will ask you a series of questions, he will put you into certain tests and what have you. Psychologically, he will be able to draw the conclusion and advise you on that, whether you need to take something before you perform, or you attain your orgasm, or you maintain your orgasm, or you maintain your erection. That is that. But just listening to yourself, hearing that my colleague, we are classmates, now he has this particular problem, and then he said this is what he's taking for that matter, that is completely unaccepted.
Okay.
And that one, I keep on saying that we should be very careful when it comes to taking something. Probably you don't need it. Probably you don't need it. So talk to professional first for them to recommend what you should take. But what you think everybody is taking it will act negatively on you. So talk to your professionals, talk to doctors, talk to your doctor, and then be bold and tell him or her your problem. Lay it to him or her. She will be able to advise you on that and know what to do. Get solution to that. Thank you.
And get solution to that. Mama, do you want to add up something?
I think he has said it all.
Yeah.
When it comes to certain things like that, if it get damaged, you don't have any replacements. Taking medication, we have to be very conscious of it. And you see that even most of this thing, it is more of the mind that the maybe
medicine.
More of the mind. For example, as it is said, most women find it difficult to get to orgasm. I could say that much of it depends on the mind.
Concentration also is needed.
Needed. And
during
I also say it's because of the mind, because once we are hearing it that it is difficult for women to get to orgasm, it is difficult for women to get to orgasm. So that
takes into our mind. Yeah.
So most of the problem is more of the mind than the other aspects. To me, that's also what I could say. Much of the battle is on the mind.
Wow.
So if we are able to work on our mind and free our mind of certain things and concentrate on building our sexual building it, investing into it is better than maybe trying to listen to other people and just follow blindly.
Right, and we have Mr. Samuel's a great topic, and I have my husband on watching me. Yes, Elder Foucault, thank you so very much, Elder, for watching. And Nana, I'll go. And he said, what is this? Fine topic. Nana, thank you. And Nana is asking questions. So why is that you fall asleep very fast after orgasm? Asking for someone.
Yes, that is when I'll need this thing here. The viewer should pardon me here. There is a particular hormone.
Okay.
I think it's oxytocin. There's a particular, I don't want to mention.
Yeah.
But there is a hormone that aids in the ejaculation process, reaching the orgasm process.
Okay.
And once you release that hormone, it relaxes your body, and that makes you relax and you enjoy the whole thing. So once the muscles begin to relax, you fall asleep.
It affects your.
So
Okay.
that is why. So the act, what is causing you to have the urge, what is causing you to have to enjoy it, what is making your body relax, what is making you like the thing that you do it the first time, you want to do it the
This
second
is
time.
Jafric Radio.
The hormone that is causing that is the one that also makes you sleep, so that your body relaxes, your tendering become relaxed. Then you feel asleep. So,
Okay.
But I should also say that I don't think it's only men who it's both.
Yeah, sometimes.
Both sexes.
yes.
Women
because
also.
women also go through the same thing, that if they also reach their orgasm, they also fall asleep. Yeah, so for me, I've been saying that if it is done and done well, it serves like a sleeping tablet.
It is.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
if you are unable to sleep well, just try as much as possible to have a very enjoyable sexual relationship with your partner, and as for sleep, you will not have any problem with it. You'll be able to relax and always feel refreshed to carry on with your daily activities.
Great. All right, Mr. Yaya, let me ask this question. Did the exercise, for example, weight training, contribute to, does it help to maximize one's sexual drive?
Yes. Straightforward answer is yes. You see, when you exercise, your body's response to other things become very quick. You are uncomposed. So when you exercise, you begin to get enough energy because you burn things that makes your body relax and become lazy.
All right.
So once that is control. Once you do that, you exercise that, you are also able, your brain to become very fresh, and it is very fine. Your brain functions very well. So definitely, when you are having sexual intercourse, you are able to even control yourself, because when you are exercising, you are able to control yourself. You are able to go longer way, and the more you go, the longer you go, the more you enjoy. You understand? So exercise helps a lot. If you but know, exercise helps a lot. You are not wrong at all for saying that. So I will advise, I'll put my voice into that. That let's exercise at least thrice a week. As we advise it. It makes you youthful. Exercise makes you youthful. So once it makes you youthful, the energy is there. So when you have the urge, then it will contribute, then the two become one. Then it helps a lot. Exercise helps a lot.
It's not. So sorry.
What kind of exercise you are talking about?
Waist training.
Sorry.
Waist training.
Because I quite remember there was a circulation in the social media that most of the people that has a waist trainers ending up them having sex with them. As soon as they begin to do that waist training, it just bring up your sexual edge very high. That if care must not be taken and your husband is not close to you, you end up messing up.
So which one is the waist training?
Well, thank you very much. The listeners should pardon me regarding the exercise and the waist training. I will actually say it doesn't have any correlation. You see, if you are having a waist training, then if you are saying your edge is increasing with your partner, your husband, then we will have to look into that, and probably it could have a link. Or if you are telling us that when I do waist training, my sexual activity with my partner has changed and it has improved and what have you, then we will say it.
As for that one is true. I have tried.
Yes, but if you say what you said, that you with the waist trainer, they end up having.
Most of them, not all of them.
Most of them. So once most of them, we conclude all. When we say Ghanaians are not, excuse me to say, when you say Ghanaians are not good, it doesn't mean everybody is not good. When you say a particular class of people is not good, it doesn't mean all of them, but the majority, once the majority are not good, then we say, once the majority are good, then we say all of them are good. We all talk about the Japanese manners and what have you. They are very good at that, majority of them, but it doesn't necessarily mean that
all of them are good.
What we are saying here, if you end up having sex with your waist trainer, then it is not the waist training that is improving the sexual. It is what you see there. Because you are doing waist training. Then whatever acts you see there, the way you move and what have you, the way the person is moving, then the person, it is just abnormal character, behavior. It is not the best. Training generally is good. So if you are training your waist, and waist training too, you should also be very careful as you advance in age. Consult your doctor, your orthopedian, then know what type of waist training you should do. Don't just jump into it and then go and hurt yourself. that is that. But for increasing sexual edge, I think with the trainer, I think it's misbehavior, and then you are an injustice with yourself. That is misbehavior that is leading to that. If not, it cannot be that. But if the argument has been that it increases edge or increases performance regarding when I go home with my husband, what have things has changed and what have you, then we could have a research to that, and then I don't have any data confirming or denying that, but I can only conclude with the question that once it is with the trainer, it is not misbehavior.
behavior.
All right.
The trainer is not professional.
It's not
Having a
professional.
sense of
Yeah.
professionalism. As a professional, you should know that that is your profession, and you don't have to abuse it. If doctors, by opening and looking at the ladies, continue to do that way, say the doctors to when you visit them,
Gynecologists might have found a lot of problems.
So this is unprofessional.
Yeah.
It's misbehavior and unprofessional.
This is Jafric Radio.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And we have another question from a presiding. He said, what if the husband doesn't have enough time at his disposal to prepare the wife, as Deaconess Naomi was saying? Doesn't it mean he can't be given the opportunity to engage in the sexual activity?
Well, so thank you so much for the question. What could be so much taking your time that you stop investing in your wife? You see, this married thing is like deposit and withdrawal. What you deposit is what you can withdraw in your account. If you have money, you can withdraw from the account. If you don't have money, you can't withdraw. So this marriage or love relationship we are talking about is about deposit and withdrawal.
Okay.
So what are some of the things that you have deposited that you want to withdraw? And this taking time to prepare your wife that I was saying is not something so big. Women, we don't need something big to prepare us for the main show. Something little things. Little things that maybe you just wake up in the morning. My wife, you are so beautiful. This that you do, I really love it. Even that word alone, it doesn't take, how many minutes will it take for you to say that? And that one word that you said, she's going to brood on it. She's going to nurture it throughout the day. You see that you have already made her day. Anything that she's doing, she has even forgotten about tiredness. Something little. Maybe you are just going away, or maybe the two of you are going to work and you hug her. You don't say anything. Just hug her so closely to your body for maybe some few minutes. Then you don't say anything. Only that, then you are off. That action alone throughout the day, you have already prepared her. So it's not like something big that is going to take hours to do. Little things. It's just that you just take the woman, for example, through the sexual relation, you deposited a small semen, and out of that small thing, look at what the woman will give you in returns. A full-blown human being. So women, it's little things that we need. The same way, if it is negative, please.
Okay.
You wouldn't.
Right. Let me. I think Elder has also bring the question again. Is it that if the man has maybe he doesn't have much time to prepare the woman for sex, it doesn't mean that the woman should also prevent the man from or deny the man from sex?
Okay, that's one. I don't think it is the best. Yes, we are not supposed to deny our husbands or our wives our body. My body belongs to my husband.
Exactly.
And his body belongs to me. So if my husband says, I need you now, I can't say no, I'm not ready for you. It means
whether you reach there or not, you
yourself to as
it's
an
mandatory
individual,
to give.
Yes, as an individual, see it as your marital responsibility to satisfy your husband or your wife at any time.
At any time.
Yes, it is your marital responsibility.
Okay.
And that one should be at the back of your mind. Anytime my husband or my wife need me, I have to be ready. So you need to prepare for that. It is part of your responsibility. Those things come to make it more enjoyable. It make it more, how will I say it, more vibrant.
Yeah.
Yes, when it comes, it is a plus. But when it doesn't come, just do it as you are fulfilling your marital responsibility. Yeah, that's what I could also say.
All
about
right. And I think research has also shown that when the women place a request, they enjoy the most, because the reason being that they already prepared themselves before, their minds before coming.
the women requesting
Request
for sex.
for sex. They enjoy so very much. So I think if you are the type that your man doesn't have much time to prepare you, you prepare your mind.
That is it.
And also request. Anytime that, you request for, you try to do your best. Yeah, so bringing out your best, I think it can also help you to reach the point or attain the orgasm that you wish to. Yeah, so I think women should also try
This is Jafric Radio.
request. Yeah, so I think we have a little time to go. Yeah, we have just I think 5 more minutes to go. So let's wrap up, and I will go to Mama Naomi. Yes, your final words,
Well,
No,
Mr. Yaya.
no, he's saying something.
Okay, just go ahead. When we finish, we will go to that one. Yeah.
okay. Well, I would say that this thing that we are talking about, sex and marriage, reaching orgasm, ejaculation, and all those things, it is something that God Himself has prepared
Yeah.
to make the marriage a special one, special from any other relationship. And it is left for you and I to enjoy it to the fullest. And most of the time, what makes most people not able to enjoy it is when they stop investing in the relationship, they stop investing in the marriage, they try to shift their attention to some other things. But I think it is something that we have to do throughout the marriage. We don't have to let it die. The dating, when you just cast your mind back when you saw the woman or when you saw the man at the first time, how you were feeling, the things that were moving within your body, that a day will not pass without talking to him or her. You go out with holding hands, holding each other, kissing here and there, and all those kind of things. When we get married, I think we need to continue with those things to keep the relationship alive and fresh. We have to daily keep investing into that aspect of it. And if we are able to do that, we are sure to enjoy the sexual relationship throughout our life together. So we shouldn't stop investing into the relationship. It is like deposit and withdrawal. We need to deposit more so that when we are in need of it, we know that we can withdraw
at any point in time.
At any point in time.
Right. Thank you so much. Let me come in with some announcement before Mr. Yahaya summarize his. All right. We have outdooring coming. Yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Blay at COP Sagami want to do outdooring on April 10th April. Falls on Sunday at 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. at Sagami Hara Assembly at COP. All right, and we have funeral announcement. It's from Brother Okoto. Brother Okoto lost her mother, and they were going to do the final funeral rites on the March 26th. March 26th at Enum. Okay, Enum Abuada. Ebuada Enum. Yeah, it's in, I think, Eastern region. Yes, and then the 27th will be the service. Yeah, church service, and yes, and then the Thanksgiving service at Ebenezer Presbyterian Church, all at Enum. So please, if you are in Ghana or you are in Japan here, you can also let your family go and stand in for you. Yes, so on the, just please keep the date, March 26, the final funeral rise, and then the 27 will be given. And also coming back to Jafric Radio Luncheon. We want to launch this radio station on the March 20th at Tokyo Nihon Hombashi Takashimaya Nihon Bashi. It's at the restaurant called Two Rooms. Yes, it's a very nice place.
This is Jafric Radio.
So we want our listeners and viewers who are in Japan will come join us launching Jafric Radio. And when you are coming, there will be a fundraising. So please prepare to support this radio station. If you want us to come often and more and give more, just also contribute so that we can also give more. Thank you so very much, viewers and listeners. And let me also go back to Mr. Yahaya. All right. Okay. All right. Yes. For those of you who are watching us, I mean, you can see on your screen, new single album release. It's the title for the song is Zero to Hero. From Zero to Hero. So if you are in the zero,
this is
I
Jafric
am
Radio.
assuring you that you will not stay there. Whatever it is, God will move you from zero to hero. And if you are in the hero part, you will continue to rise up, and then sky will be your limit.
Amen.
All right. So this one is coming from Dignas Anapomafuku. Yes. You all know her, right? A lady with a long name. So that's the single. Very soon the album will come out. Then I am entreating you to look for one, and I tell you, your life will never be the same.
This is Jafric
From
Radio.
Zero to hero. God will move you from zero to hero. Thank you so much. I want Mr. Yahaya to summarize, and then we will finish. So Mr. Yahaya, please,
Okay.
your final submission.
Okay, thank you very much. Thickness, what I would say is I want to ask our cherished viewers to understand that psychological fatigue, a growing disrespect,
Okay.
and is in sexual activity with particular partners sometimes constitute a problem. Humans are subject to monotony. That one is there. We can't change it. And coitus may become routine or even a chore. But lessening frequency of marital coitus are more often the results of this than of age.
Okay.
So don't lessen it.
Okay.
You should do it frequently,
Mm.
and that will make it. The
Okay, so-
solution lies in varying the time,
Okay.
the setting, and the breaking away from habitual technique and options. So don't
This is
just
Jafric Radio.
freak out. When you, what I just said means when you allow yourself, you break even, you break the coitus time, period, frequency. It also leads to people relaxing, and then they are not able to contribute enough, and they don't have even the urge to do it again. So continuously, we should continue to do that. It is social thing. It is something that has put us together. It is very enjoyable. It is medicinal. We should all embrace it, and then also love to
So
enjoy
that means having sex frequently
yeah,
helps. Oh,
a lot.
okay.
Helps a lot.
Wow, women.
Yes, it helps a
The-
lot.
We okay. Someone is asking how many times in a week will help.
Okay.
As much as you can.
Is the question answered? As much as you can. So even if all the 7 days is okay by you, you can just go ahead and enjoy yourself. Okay. That's true.
But you see, let me add this. Last not, Dickens was advising us regarding that as a woman, your body is for your husband.
Yeah.
And as a husband too, your body is for your wife. So if my wife refused to give me, I will not also deny her.
Okay.
That is the point. So if your husband, this has a lot to do with the women. If your husband is not giving, then don't also weaponize you yourself. You see, the act of trying to sin, because your husband, you are not supposed to. Your husband is supposed to do what he's supposed to do as husband, and you as a wife, you are supposed to do what you. So the husband has messed up. That is his problem. It is a sin for him. So why do you sin? Because I have sinned. That is, we have to put it at the back of our mind. If my husband sin, I will not sin. So he's supposed to do ABC for you or for the family. He's not doing. Then you two, you are denying him. You need to separate the two.
Okay.
Because he has sinned. So you two, you don't need to sin.
Yeah.
That is
Two
why
wrongs
that
doesn't make
makes it
right.
So let's look at that very well. And
Okay, this is the message from Elder Ajiman. He said, "Great job, Mama Poma, Mama Naomi, Clemsy, Mr.
This is Jafric
Yahaya,
Radio.
and Mr. Pope. I have enjoyed it." And he said, "I listened to the song he is talking about, From Zero to Hero, and it was amazing, wonderful song. Very soon, you will have your copy." All right? So don't worry at all. Thank you so very much to Bayside Modeling Agency. They are the proud sponsors for
I think I will send
Home
you-
Sweet Home.
Oh,
And if you are a foreigner in
what
Japan
I prepared, I'll send it.
and you have
So that
the
there are a lot of
talents,
technical and-
you have the skills, and you want to turn it into business, I tell you, just contact Bayside Modeling Agency at info@bay-side.biz. Just write a message telling the staff that you want to register with their company, and very promptly they will respond back to you. So please turn your talent to become a business, right? Okay, and we have Turmeric Hotel. Turmeric Hotel is in Ghana at East Legon. If you are outside Ghana and you want to visit Ghana, please, I recommend to you Turmeric Hotel. I have been there before, and the atmosphere was splendid. So please, if you are outside Ghana and you want to visit Ghana, don't hesitate to visit Turmeric Hotel. And it's even closer to the airport. It takes like 5 to 10 minutes to reach the airport. So your access to the airport is also very easy. It's at East Legon in Accra. You can contact them, their website, at www.turmerichotel.com. gmail.com. All right. Thank you so very, very much. And I think Inkituwade, Becky Pa Inkituwade also sent a message that I am only listening to Mr. Yahaya Big West. God bless you. Mr. Yaya. Let me tell you, Mr. Yaya is a pharmacist. Okay, professional pharmacist. So the big words you will listen, the scientific words, it will come. So don't worry about the big words. Though he speaks big words, but he explains to the layman's understanding. So if you came in late, you can play back, listen to the playback, and then you get a full conversation and the discussion. Okay, as we are ending, the next program is our by Pastor Osei Yao Enin, the national head of the Church of Pentecost Japan. Daddy will come around, what's the time? 7:30 p.m. Japan time. Oh, it's from 6:30 to 7:30. Oh, it has changed. Okay, now the time has changed from 6:30. The starting time will be 7:30, so please keep it. The starting time will be 7:30. All right, it's 1 hour, so 7:30 to 8:30. Thank you so very much. Oh, my elder, my presiding elder at Chiba Assembly, Elder Jerry Asari, is watching, and the beautiful wife is here. Yes, Elder is very like you. She has such a virtuous woman. Yes, and Elder is also a very good man. Yes, thank you so much for watching, Elder. Thank you, everyone, for watching this program. And on this note, we want to end here. And Nanaya press something, right? The Jerry is enjoying you, Nanaya. I know you will respond. Yes, Elder is enjoying. So we'll end here for today, and then we'll come on your way next week at 4 p.m. Japan time, Sunday, to 5:30. We are almost at 6 because we are late before entering. Okay, so thank you so very much, viewers. Until we meet again next week, it will be solely on our local dialect, Chi language. So for some of you who couldn't have the opportunity to join us today, you can still join us next week for the same topic, but it will be in Ghanaian language, local dialect called Chi. All right. So until we meet again next week, we say sayonara.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Hello everyone, this is Sandy Heron from Jamaica. Wagwan. You are watching a Go. My favorite Japanese word. Hello everyone, this is Sandy Heron and you are watching a Go. Hello everyone, this is Sandy Heron from Jamaica. Wagwan. You are watching a
You said you be a warrior no ebe so na tumpon na ayede. In fact, debia me come me say efi a hojo. Bible kura kan wo say kontomoare sin eyes ni fi obo ma tokwa wom. Na je say kontomoa kura dry kontomoa kura ni
Class.
ni chi ya ba na
Say kondomo chu no aka. Say no say kondomo fufu na ucha kondomo risia ehunjo no.
Ehunjo no eyes ni fi obo ma tokwa wom. Na je say fi in the month of February. Yes, I know my way.
Tai jina so bebrebe eka no. amom.
What pan is it? A baba will be free, single parents be free. No, but not that way, Jomo. Who know?
Enti, a big good so bet say.
This is Jafric Radio.
And I say also for Ajia Tum. Me no more confess see a be worry.
Your online radio, the new online radio that makes you happy.
Kwa majina naitwa John Bahati Bisima. Natokea Congo, Republic of Congo. Kwa sasa naishi Japan, ndani ya Tokyo. Munasikiliza Jafric Radio Online. Number 1 in Japan. Hakuna matata. Tuko fresh.
Salve. Mi chiamo Mano. E tu stai ascoltando Jafric Radio. Freak out. Jafric Le
สวัสดีค่ะชื่อแอมนะคะมาจากประเทศไทยค่ะตอนนี้กำลังเป็นนักแสดงอยู่ที่ประเทศญี่ปุ่นนะคะตอนนี้คุณกำลังฟังอยู่ในคลื่นวิทยุ Jafric Radio
Oi, aqui é a Paula e você está assistindo Jafric Radio.
You are listening to Jafric Online Radio live from Japan.
Hey, yeah. Your mouth a little. Your mouth be okay. TNA. This is the intro. Onsa. Woo! You were living in zero. But now you are here.
Praise be to my God.
Oh!
I changed my destiny. I was living in zero, but I am a hero. Praise be to my God. He has changed my destiny.
He has changed my destiny. He has restored my fortune. Praise be to my God. He has. Do you want God to change your destiny? Just run for this song, go.
Hey, praise be to my God. He has changed my destiny.
Sawa.
This is Jafric Radio.